This is file 25-01128FY. This is a complaint in the people of the state of Michigan versus Marcus Van Anthony Jones. And this lists you as the third. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Then this alleges on or about April 4th of 2025 at 903 Princeton Avenue, City of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Count 1 alleges that you did knowingly restrain Aquinicia Dominique Fikes, F-Y-K-E-S, to facilitate the commission of assault by strangulation, a felony. Sir, that is contrary to law. It is a felony, maximum 15 years and or $20,000. Count 2 alleges that you did make an assault upon Aquinicia Dominique Fikes by strangulation or suffocation. That is also contrary to law, a felony, maximum 10 years or $5,000. DNA to be taken upon arrest. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under Michigan law if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. Count 3, sir, alleges that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Aquinicia Dominique Fikes, an individual with whom you had a dating relationship. That is contrary to law. That is a misdemeanor. Maximum penalty 93 days and or $500. A consecutive sentence may be imposed under Michigan law if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. So, Mr. Jones, do you understand these 3 charges and the maximum penalties, sir?
Yes.
Okay. I will indicate that you are not applying for an attorney, that you're going to retain one. But again, if you do choose to contact the public defenders, you're going to want to do it fairly soon. All right, so this also is a felony, so your probable cause conference and your preliminary exam are both set the same day as the other, which again is Friday, August 29th, 8:30, and then the preliminary exam is Friday, September 5th at 9 o'clock. So you should have that notice as well. You've got that?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, we have one more file here, sir.
All I got is 2 papers.
Well, I don't know why you don't have that, but we'll make sure that you've got everything. This is file 24-03716 SM. This is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant. I'm going to wait while they're looking at that because I don't want them to be distracted.
Same as 2 of these papers are the same.
2 of them would be the same because they're both for felony hearings.
I got 3716 twice.
3716, that's what we're talking about right now.
And so you got it's just 2 copies, I guess. If it's something that needs to be different, you get it to us.
Okay. So this is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant on 24-03716 SM. It is a motion, affidavit, and bench warrant on an attempt police officer assault charge from an offense date of December 18th of 2024. The bench warrant issued on this, sir, because you failed to comply with the bond conditions by displaying assaultive behavior per police report 255-190-3133. defendant also failed to appear on April 3rd of 2025 to probation to complete a pre-sentence interview. So I'm not going to tell you what the penalty is on that because it's more about bond conditions. But you do need to know what the reasons are. The bench warrant was issued now, and I'm not going to ask you where you were or anything like that because I don't find that's an appropriate question. But it's my understanding that you do still yet have to report to probation, and your new sentencing date is now set for October 6th at 1:00 p.m. And that is with Judge Buchanan, and you have to appear in person. So you should have that notice. You've got it?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, now, in regards to the charges itself, you may remember, you may not, I arraigned you on the allegations, which was a domestic violence and an attempt police officer assault, resist, obstruct. I granted you a $3,010 bond, and it looks like you were given certain conditions: no alcohol or drugs, no out-of-state travel, no firearms, and no contact or assaultive behavior towards Aquanisa Fikes. There is an allegation now, sir, that you have violated the terms of that pretrial release. It is alleged. I'm sorry, this is a rather thick document. I'm trying to make sure I get the right information.
Excuse me, what the date today is? The 15th?
Today, 15.
Okay,
15th.
so there are two. There's one allegation of an assault on April 4th of 2025. And that's what this case is to begin with. Nope, this is afterwards. So there's two allegations that you, on April 4th of 2025, you had assaultive contact with Aquanisa Fikes. And there's also allegations on August 13th that you had committed a crime while you were out on bond. One of those conditions of being on bond was no violating any state or local laws, or no assaultive behavior towards anyone, and that would have included Ms. Fikes. This is, the allegation is an assault upon Latifa Green. So the maximum penalty on both of these violations, sir, is up to a $7,500 fine and or a 93-day term in jail. Do you understand the allegations and then the maximum penalties, Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Okay. And how is he pleading to these allegations, Ms. Khalil?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. So the court's going to enter a not guilty plea for you on that. And Mr. Jones, your PA 53 or your contempt hearing is set for October 6th at 1 p.m. And that is the same date that you're already appearing in front of Judge Buchanan for your sentencing. So that will all take place on that date. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then I have no other questions, Ms. Khalil. If you would address bond, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Mr. Jones and learn that he is gainfully employed. He has 4 minor children who live with him, and he is the sole financial provider for them. He also is currently pursuing his GED and working and would like to return to those pursuits. He's willing to wear a GPS tether, and we have now learned that he would not be residing with the complaining witness in any of his cases, as he would reside at his grandmother's house. He has already informed his probation officer of this new matter, And I would like to note that he informed me he has no assaultive convictions. He does have family in the area and has lived in Lansing all his life. He is on probation with 30th Circuit and I believe on bond with the 54A District Court. So if a PR bond is not permissible in this situation, I would request a low cash bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And Officer Lofton, he does have a hold from the 30th Circuit, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so, unfortunately, Mr. Jones, you got a lot going on here. I have 2 files that allege very serious allegations against 2 different women, one being Latifah Green, that there was an assault in August of 2025. There's allegations of an assault, strangulation in April with another individual, Aquanisa Fikes, who also is the complaining witness in the file of 03716 SM. So at this point, you are presumed innocent. I wouldn't suggest anything otherwise, but unfortunately, a lot of these add up to a very deep concern, not only for these women, but for the public. I don't find that a PR bond is appropriate, even with a GPS tether, to ensure their safety, and also including neither a 10% either. Got to make sure that they're safe and that you do appear. So on the most recent conviction, the 02458FY, the court's going to set a $10,000 cash surety bond, and that is done absolutely to ensure the safety of the complaining witness.
10%?
And your appearance. It is not a 10%, sir. So the conditions of your release are, I'm going to go over them one time and just give you the individual's name. So this is a $10,000 cash surety. On the other, no, my turn, sir. On the other, which is the 01128, also alleging an assault on Ms. Aquanisa Fikes, the court again is concerned about the safety of this individual. The bond is also a $10,000 cash surety. Conditions will be the same. We'll go over those in just a minute here. And on the PA 53 violation and the sentencing that you have in October, the court is also going to set a $10,000 cash surety on that. And that is done to ensure the safety of the complaining witness and your appearance in court for sentencing on October 6th. Okay, so the conditions of your release are very much the same. You cannot miss any court dates. You cannot violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. You are not to possess, purchase, or consume any alcohol or controlled substances without a prescription. No out-of-state travel without permission from the court. And you are not to possess or purchase any firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons. You also have to report to pretrial services on both of these matters, and you are not to have any contact or any assaultive behavior towards Latifah Green and Aquanisa Fikes. You cannot have any contact with these individuals. You cannot call, write, page, email, text, no electronic communications of any kind. You can't have anybody else contact them on your behalf, and there's no threatening, harassing, or molesting behavior towards them or anyone else. And you may not go within 2,000 feet of where they are located at any time, including work, home, or school. And to ensure that you do not go in those areas, the court is ordering a GPS tether on both files and with a victim notification, if possible, of any violations of that exclusion zone. You understand those conditions, Mr. Jones?
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Anything else
so, no, I would say, so I basically I got a hold and I gotta pay $30,000 to get out.
Yeah, they can tell you if there's anything else that you need to know, but that's what I have so far. Yes, sir. Ms. Cleo, anything else for the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then you are all set, sir.